I'm delighted to be joined in the studio with Dorcas Opikoya, the founder of the Faith Miriam Foundation, and she's here to tell us a little more about the work she is doing. Dorcas, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Dorcas, so tell us a little about your organisation.
Well, my organisation is Faith Miriam Foundation. Faith Miriam Foundation was launched in December 2015, and the aims and objective of the foundation is to bring families of children with disabilities, minority group in Northern Ireland with children with disabilities, bringing us together for inclusion in education, in having sports together, talking together, then listening to our needs. And because I realized that majority of the minority people that has children with disability are actually lonely, and most they cannot interact outside their community. And with my experience working and volunteering for Barnardos here in Northern Ireland, I've worked with few of the minority groups, and I realized that they interact very well within their own community. They are more confident in their own community. Having said that, although I'm still trying to have this inclusion, so that where we live, you need to interact with the locals as well. So with Miriam Foundation, we want to try as much as possible to bring families of children with disability out of their isolation, so that they will understand the reason or the importance of having those children.
And Dorcas, you actually have personal experience with this matter. Could you share a little of that with us?
The foundation is Faith Miriam Foundation, which happens to be my daughter's name, Miriam. Everybody calls her Miriam, but we call her Faith, all because after I gave birth to her as a normal child with no difficulty from start. She was born in Nigeria and no diagnosis, but after about 18 months we noticed some changes, and I brought her to this country probably for medical help, and there and then we realized and she was diagnosed of severe disability or difficulty. People don't believe, oh, why will a disabled child go to school? I remember when I was telling my parents, if they asked of Miriam on the phone, how is she doing? I said she's gone to school. They were like very surprised that she can go to school. And they'll be wondering, with a child with a severe disability, what will she do in school? But we realized that after a while, Miriam can actually communicate, either by smiling, either by, if you touch her, she giggles, she smiles. So she was really improving. So it's amazing on my own experience with Miriam and with children with disabilities.
And did experiencing this encourage you to help others?
Very well, very well, very well. The reason why I was emphasizing that was just, that is the rebirth of Faith Miriam Foundation. Because of my experience that I have, so I have the zeal and the passion to help people of my own situation. And the primary aim is to start with families here in Northern Ireland, because Northern Ireland is my home, and I got the help in Northern Ireland, so I believe I should give back to people here first. This is my primary aim. And my secondary aim is to extend it to Africa, to do a bit of enlightenment to give them some understanding, how to understand disabled children. And again, the project I'm looking at, because the likes of Mariam's, maybe the bed, maybe some of the chairs, if children wears it out here, it's being thrown away. I know I've thrown about 3-4 chairs away, and the bed is always changed, maybe every year, the mattresses I'm talking about, and some other little equipment. So I am looking for a way in future that I can gather those equipment and send to Africa, because I have a case study of a Uganda woman, and I have visited a home in Nigeria that the children sit on the floor, and the chair that they sit on is a wooden chair. So with Mariam's experience, I think I want to give back. And that is even Mariam's wish. And I am hoping to fulfill her wish.
So you started this organisation for your daughter Mariam. Could you tell us a little bit about her? What was she like?
Oh, Mariam is my last baby of the house, the only girl. She's the princess of the house. She's so beautiful, so amazing child. Even with her disability, everybody loves her. Everybody loves her. I remember sometime if she goes to the respite home, people, the carers there, anybody on duty are always delighted. Oh, I'm the one taking care of Mariam today. I'm the one taking care of Mariam today. She's very pleasant to work with. She's very pleasant, very adorable. And the only thing there was the disability. And naturally, because she has no speech, she cannot walk, she cannot even see, even though you will not realize she cannot see. Although the teachers tells me, Dorcas, don't say she cannot see. I think she can see lights. If you put her in a dark room, she sees dots, she follows it, but she hears very well, she understands sound and all. But having said that, we just love her as she was, and we never put too much emotion that she's different from the other children. And our brother loves her just as everybody loves her.
Dorcas, what challenges do parents like yourself face?
Oh, there are lots of challenges. Although everybody is different, because the challenges are almost the same, but it depends on how individual handles it. That's why at times the way you handle challenges might not look like a challenge, but it's actually a challenge. And some of the challenges I face at times is having Mariam limited me in some areas, because at times you just live all your life around her. Because actually she goes to school 9 to 3, but at times you might be home and they just ring you from school. Can you come and pick Mariam? She's not feeling well, she's not that. And that happens most times. And because of a severe disability, you go to hospital almost all the time. So the most difficult challenge would be for me not having time for myself, because I cannot plan anything on my own. But the beauty of it and the advantage I had in this country is the respite that I was given. Even though for 5 years that I was here, I was not entitled to it. Not until after 5 years. So the most challenges was the period of the 5 years, the first 5 years. But the last 6, 7 years now override the difficulty of the past. So with the life of the respite, that is the only time I have time for myself at times. because even if she goes for 3 nights, sometimes from respite home, she'll be rushed to the hospital. So I have to leave for whatever I am doing to go to the hospital to see her as well. So those are the challenges that I face, Mariam.
Dorcas, if anyone would like to get any more information about your organisation, where can they go?
Yeah, you can get information on our website, www.faithmariamfoundation.co.uk. We actually have a charity shop on Lisbon Road. It's also, the shop is Faith Mariam Foundation. We sell books, we sell toys, and we sell African food. You can all get the information there, and you can walk into our shops to just see what we are doing there.
Well, Dorcas, thank you very much for joining me in the studio. I must say I was touched by everything you had to say.
Thank you for having me.